we've lived in the murder house, we've escaped the asylum, we've protected the coven, we've attended the freak show, and now we've stayed at the hotel. Like my review of Scream Queens, I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything for you. If I do, then I will put the spoiler alert down here again for you guys, so you can look away. I'll keep it on screen until the spoiler is over, then it will disappear, and that will be your cue to take your hands away from your ears. So American Horror Story Hotel is the 5th season in the anthology horror series. And like the season before it, it takes place in a whole new area, new characters, and a brand new story. But not completely different. In fact, this season shares a lot of similarities with that of the first season, Murder House. By that I mean that people who have died in this hotel are trapped in this hotel after their death. And this may be one of the weirdest seasons I've ever seen of American Horror Story. Obviously every season starts out, you don't really know what's going on, you don't know the backstory to any of the characters, as you do with every other season of American Horror Story. This season primarily focuses on the Countess, played by Lady Gaga, who made a great addition to the cast, as well as also focusing on Wes Bentley, who was a cop in the series, who after losing his son has started to go a little bit insane. Now the first thing I loved about this series was the design. The design for the hotel was really beautiful. Primarily on the downstairs area. When you walk into the lobby you look around and it just looks great. But then you go into the rooms which look gritty, horrible, disgusting. You know there's been death and destruction in those rooms. And that just played really well in contrast with each other. As for the story, like I said, it does take similarities with Murder House in that everyone who dies in the hotel is trapped in there as a ghost. But it also focuses on vampires in this season. And not the typical they bite your neck, suck your blood type vampires. These are a different kind of sort of vampires. And they worked for what they were. As well as that going on, Wes Bentley's character is trying to track down the Ten Commandments killer while also trying to rebuild his family. Now they're the main story arcs for this series. I don't want to say any others in case you guys haven't seen it, so I can leave some mystery for you guys. But those are the main ones that really take part in this season. As for the cast, they were great as usual. Regulars such as Kathy Bates, Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, Dennis O'Hare and Angela Bassett returned to give great performances yet again, as well as newcomer Lady Gaga. Now, I'd like to talk about Lady Gaga for a minute because I thought when she was first announced for this series that she was just going to be another singer trying to pick up a paycheck. But she was actually really good in this series. She did a great job as the character of the Countess. She fitted the role perfectly, she gave a great performance, she really impressed me in this series and I hope they bring her on in more of their seasons. As for the rest of the cast, they all do a great job, and Evan Peters in this season gives, in my opinion, his best performance yet in an American Horror Story. That's not to say he was terrible in the other ones, he was really good in the other seasons. However, in this season I really loved his character and it was in complete contrast to the characters he has played before. In the other 4 seasons of American Horror Story, he has always played kind of a lovable character. Even when he played Tate in the first season of American Horror Story, who although was a murderer in the past, he was a kind-hearted man. All he wanted was the love of Taysa Farmiga, I believe that's how you say her name. Probably said it wrong then. But that's all he wanted, and in every other season he's played the lovable guy that we want to root for. However, in this season he plays a cold-blooded killer. In this season, Evan Peters plays the character of James Patrick March. And this is just a terrible guy. He is cold, he is brutal, he is deadly, he is insane. And Evan Peters did a great job of portraying that. And like I said, the cast did a great job. However, I do have to touch upon the fact that this season was missing one vital person. That's right, Jessica Lange, or Lange, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm sorry, but she was absent for this season. Jessica has given great performances over and over and over again in these seasons, so to have her absent was weird, but I felt like it worked for this particular story. However, I am disappointed that they didn't bring her in for just a small sort of cameo role. But one of the best things about this season was the crossovers. That's right, ever since we found out that American Horror Story shares a universe, we have been wanting to see how these universes will cross over. And we got to see a bit of that in American Horror Story Freak Show with Pepper and Lily Rabe reprising her role as her character from American Horror Story Asylum. But this season took it to a whole new level. From the estate agent that showed the Harmon family to their house, to Lady Gaga visiting the murder house, to Queenie from American Horror Story Coven visiting the hotel, and even Sarah Paulson's character of the psychic returned from the first season in Hotel. So we got a whole load of crossovers which worked, and I love to see that. And the episode that I love the most in this season, I won't spoil it for you, but basically it's called Devil's Night. And when you see the episode, you'll know which one I mean. It's the first time Devil's Night is introduced, and I loved that episode. I thought the characters bounced off each other really well, and it looked like they had a lot of fun shooting that particular part. My only issue with the series is they still don't explore how, when you die, you're trapped in that certain place, and I hope they explore that in the future. But apart from that, American Horror Story continues to impress me. They've got great characters, great acting, very intriguing stories. The stories always keep you hooked. Every time an episode ends, you want to see the next one, and this season definitely ended with a big cliffhanger saying that these characters could return in the future. And for that, I'm going to give American Horror Story Hotel 4 stars. So that's my review of American Horror Story Hotel. Have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. As I said, I hope I've kept it vague for you, so if you haven't seen it, you can go into it not knowing much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, it'll help my channel out a lot. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.